It is currently 5:08 in the morning. 5:08. It's quite early. We're about to go to the gym, but I gotta do my morning stuff, which is the push-ups, which is the hydration, and then we gotta just move my mom's car because my car is over there, but my mom's car is blocking it. So I have to move my mom's car, and then I have to move my car, and I have to move my mom's car back to go to the gym. So that's the only part that kind of bugs me, but it's fine. It's a blessing to be up early this morning, and push ourselves. So I'm gonna do my push-ups. I already did my push-ups today for the story, but I'm just gonna do it again for the vlog. So let me put it down real quick, right here. Hold on. Let me change. So I don't want to tire myself out too much before back in forearms today. So I'm gonna take you in the kitchen so I can do some hydration, and then I don't think I'm gonna have a pre-workout meal. I might have like a banana and a bread, but that's about it because I just want to go to the gym and I have work later. So I'm gonna take you guys everywhere today, just my day, including work. So I'm just gonna go into the kitchen right now. I'll see you right there. So for the hydration, let's see. I just got a glass. Put some water. And then I get my lemon or lime, and I put some lime in it, and then put some Himalayan pink salt, which I'll show you which one I have. This one. Himalayan pink salt. It's from Sprouts Market. And I just get a lime. Hopefully there's some already cut. I think it's so loud. Okay, there's a bunch of limes here. It's all over the place, but not one that is cut already. So I'm just gonna get one. I'm just gonna cut it real quick. Cause I don't need this whole thing for the drink. I don't need the whole thing. So I'm just gonna cut it in half right now. Just give me one quick second. Okay, so we got the lime, and the reason why I'm whispering is because my brother is literally right there. My brother's sleeping, and my parents are in the other room, and my other brother is sleeping in my room. So everyone's sleeping right now. It is 5:13 in the morning. No one's gonna be up right now, so let me put these. I squeezed just like about half a lime. Probably not the whole thing. Let's do that. And then I get my pink salt, and I get about a teaspoon of it. Oh my goodness, I'm being so loud right now. Let's see, what is this? That's half a table. No, wait, that's way too big. 1 second. Right here. I think it's half a teaspoon. Yeah. I get about half a teaspoon of salt. And let me switch my phone real quick. So I just do about, let's see. No, actually, Okay, it won't fill up. I don't know where it's not. There we go. You know, about that much. Like half a teaspoon. Just to not put too much salt in it. You know, because salt is good for you in the morning. Because your body is running on... I forgot the science of it. Like, I just know that it helps you because you need electrolytes and sodium, I believe, in the morning. To help you wake up rather than coffee. You know, if you have coffee way too early, you're just like ruining your system because I forgot the whole thing behind it, but you're better off having salt with water, but that's, you know, not gonna taste so good. So that's why they put lime or lemon. So we're just gonna mix this up right now. And then boom, we have our hydration. So I'm gonna finish this real quick. I'm gonna fix my hair a little bit, and then we're gonna go to the gym, and I'll see you guys in the car. All right, so now we are in the car. I'm gonna put you here. Let's see. There we go. We're in the car now. We're gonna go to the gym. I had my pre-workout snack, like as you just saw there we go. Okay. I had my pre-workout snack. Oh, you guys are not gonna be able to see me. Oh, that's fine. And if you saw the previous scene, I just had a bread and a banana because I don't want to go too heavy. I want to go to the gym just early as I can so I can get it over with as I'm vlogging, because I know that with the vlogs it takes a little bit more time because now I have to record everything that I'm doing. So it is 5:30 in the morning, and so we're gonna be there like at 5:45, 5:50 ish. So it's not too far away, but this is lady walking at this. You should not be walking this early in the morning. It is still dark, lady. It is still dark. But we're gonna head there right now. It's one of my favorite times in the morning. You know, I usually work out later now because it's just better for my goals to have a pre-workout meal, to get in the gym, and then to have a post-workout meal. You guys really can't see me, huh? Oh my goodness. Hold on. I don't know if I can put like a light on. Let me see. Boom. It's like a little too bright though. That's fine. It's fine. But before, when I was like earlier this year and the last year too, I would always work out early in the morning, like around 6 a.m., 5 a.m. because it was just like there's no one in there. I was still like a little antisocial because I was a shy kid my whole life. So I started in the gym just going very early because I didn't want to see anyone else. I'm not gonna leave this on the whole time because someone's gonna pull me over or something. My dad always tell me like, don't leave the light on. Don't leave the light on. But now it's just like I'm kind of used to it. Now I'm just more of like a little fearful with, you know, recording in public or recording in the gym because of what people are gonna think. But I've been overcoming that fear in the recent months because, oh wow, in the recent months. But this time always gives me that nostalgia whenever I work out early in the morning because this is when I used to work out. And then we're gonna come back home. We're gonna make a post-workout meal just to keep you guys, you know, ready for what's next. We're gonna hit back at Forums today. Not sure if I mentioned that. I know I made an Instagram story today saying I'm gonna hit back in Forums, but I don't know about the vlog. And it's gonna be a good day. You know, I have work later too. You know, it's just another day to push ourselves, another day to push ourselves to the limit and see what we can do. You know, even though it might be painful, might be uncomfortable, the future might be very uncertain, but at least I have the blessing to, you know, work hard now. And it's super hard to work hard in the moment, because when you succeed, I would assume that, you know, you look back at the hard times and it's like those were the good times. But then when you are in the moments, like you're literally in the hard times, it's super hard to be grateful for these moments, because you're just like, you're uncertain what the future is gonna hold, right? You're probably like certain that, you know, you'll probably reach your goals, you know, if with full confidence that if you work hard enough that you'll reach whatever you're trying to aim for. But in the moment, it's like, it's still, you're not a genie. You can't just read the future like that. If only we can. But then that would take away the part of the fun part, which is like, you know, oh wow, he was very uncertain, he has so much doubt, and he still, you know, made it happen. So in the moment, I just find it super hard, you know, to be grateful for the early mornings, the painful times, the hard times, the uncertain times, the doubts, the fears. But then when I look back at, you know, anything that I've succeeded at, like, you know, getting my body right, I've always seen the hard times as like, those are the good times, you know? So I'm just trying to be grateful as much as I can with everything that I have currently, so that I can, you know, just show my gratitude. And even though it's super hard to do so, because it's just like, what if it doesn't work out, you know? I can't hold that thought back. It just comes and goes once in a while. So I'll see you at the gym right now. I don't want to hold this car ride for too long, and you guys can barely see me anyway, so, and I don't want to, oh my goodness, and I don't want to, you know, get in the crash just because I was talking to my phone. My lawyer would not like that. Anyways, I'll see you guys at the gym. So we are here. That's the gym right there. It's a really nice gym. I recently moved to this one, like in August. So it's been about 2 months since I've been going to this gym. Really nice gym, honestly. I pay really expensive price for it, but, you know, all one gym, really nice. I pay like $130 a month. I just found it's just super good for content. So I feel like a normal gym goer, I would not pay this much to go to this gym. No, but if you're just a normal gym goer, you want to just get fit, just go to a different one. So about to finish up the workout right now. I'm doing some forearm curls, but I don't really train forearms that much. Like, it just happened recently where I just started training forearms. Then I'm gonna go to the curls, the reverse curls. I'm gonna do the reverse curls. I'm gonna do this, and I think I'm gonna be done for the day. So I did a lot of recording. My phone's gonna die soon if I leave it on for too long. So I'll see you back in the car when I get back home, because I just did back right now, just did forearms, having a good pump right now. But now, you know, I'm trying to get comfortable just using the phone, just out in public. So I'll see you back in the car. All right, so we are out of there. My hair is always a mess right after the gym. Actually, my hair is always a mess, actually. It's always a mess. So we're about to go back home and have our post-workout meal. And then shower, because we went a little bit earlier to the gym today. And I'm pretty happy about that because I woke up, I put my alarm to 5:30, right? So I can recover more, I can sleep more, so I can actually recover while I'm lean bulking at this moment. But my body won't just let me. It won't let me. I woke up at 4:40 today. Woke up at 4:40. I remember I saw the clock. There's a clock that like glows. And I woke up at 4:40. I saw it. And I'm like, I put my alarm to 5:30. Am I gonna just stay here for another 50 minutes? No, I just woke up. So I just woke up and I was like, you know what? I might as well just get started on the vlog before my parents wake up, before they use the restroom. So I might as well just use the restroom before they use it, because they have to use it before my dad goes to work. So he does that, but decided to get up early and just start the vlog earlier than usual, so that I can go back home earlier and I could just, cook my meal. And my mom is gonna drop off my brothers right now, so that means I have the house to myself for a little bit, and so I can just show you guys my post-workout meal. So I'll be showing you that, guys. That I did. Okay, I defrosted the ground beef. That's good. The chicken breast, shoot, I need to defrost that before work so I can cook it. So I'll see you at home, I'll see you at home. I don't think I'm stopping anywhere. I'll see you at home so I can cook that post-workout meal. I'll see you soon. All right, guys. So we are now back home. I have my pan ready for the ground beef that I'm going to be eating. My mom made some rice. She's always offering, like, how can she help out? If I have work. I have work at 12:30 today. So it's a little earlier than expected, but she always offers to, like, if you need any help, just let me know. And I just told her, all I need is just rice, honestly, because that takes the longest. And the ground beef I could just easily cook with my own seasonings. So we're gonna do some rice. Oh, we already have the rice. We're gonna have some ground beef right here. 93.7 ground beef I find to be the best one because it is the most available, and it's also very lean. There's also 96.4, I believe. But it's just like, I believe it's more expensive and it's not huge of a difference, to just go that lean. And I don't think, I rarely see it, honestly, than 93.7. So we're going to cut up about 8 ounces of this, which is about half the package. And then we're going to have some eggs. Let's see. I like to put like 3 eggs, just with the ground beef. So we're going to cook the ground beef, we're going to make some eggs right now, and we have the rice ready, and then we have kiwi. So kiwi's going to be over there. Hopefully you can see my whole face and body. But that's going to be the meal. So I'm going to cook that real quick, and I'll show you the final product, because that's going to take a while. So, and I'm vlogging the whole day today, so I don't want to take up too much time just cooking and, just unnecessary stuff. So I'm going to cook real quick. If you want to see me cooking and stuff, or my process, I also post on my Instagram stories a lot, so you guys can see and I can document this whole journey in real time, because YouTube videos is like, it's kind of not really that frequent, but Instagram stories I can do every day and just like show you guys exactly what I'm eating. So that's what I'm having for right now. Let me show you the final product. It is almost done. We have some ground beef and eggs right there. Then we have already the rice made for us. So this is the rice I'm gonna eat for today. And possibly some potato if I need some more carbs, but I think this should be good for this meal. So I'll show you the final plate when it goes on this one. All right, so we have the post-workout meal now. And it took me a while to finally now sit down. Because with content, you have to record while you're doing the thing. So we have I hope you can see, the post-workout. I already ate half the kiwi. We have some ground beef, we have some eggs, we have some rice, and don't mind the noise in the back. My microphone is not working. I think I need to buy a new one, because every time I try to plug it in, it doesn't want to connect. So it might be my phone actually. Might be my phone input insert thing is dirty. But we have the post workout meal now: ground beef, eggs, rice with some teriyaki sauce on it, and then we have a kiwi. And this is great. This is like I believe 70 grams of protein, I believe, and about 50 to 60 grams of carbs, which is awesome. So like what a blessing it is, right, to have this food on the table. I'm trying my best to be grateful and have gratitude with everything that I have in my life right now. Yes, I eat the skin because it takes way too long to peel the skin, and I messed up. I suck at trying to take off the skin of the kiwi or like mango or oranges, but with kiwi I just eat the skin, so don't judge. I'm trying my best to be grateful in the moment with certain things, like when people succeed, or when you succeed at something, or when you get over a hard obstacle, you look back at the hard times and you're like, those were the good times, right? You look back and you're like, yeah, those times are what built me, and those were fun. But in the moment, it feels painful because you don't know if there's a future yet. You don't know if there's a future best version of yourself. Or you know there's a future. Maybe it could be a worse future. You never know. But you just never know how everything's going to work out. So, in the moment, everything seems painful. Everything seems uncertain. Everything seems, what's there to be grateful for? Because your future's on the line. But then once you succeed with, no matter how small the success is, you look back at, let's say, like losing fat. For me, for example, you look back at those times and they were like hell, walking 10,000 steps a day, 12,000 steps a day, eating in a deficit, and just, some nights you were hungry as hell, and you would come back home from work thinking about, trying to go for any pizza or fast food, and just to cure your stomach hunger for the night so that you don't go to sleep all angry and stuff. That's what happened to me so many times. And now that I've, actually achieved losing 20 pounds, and most of it being fat, I look back at those times like those were good times, because they built me. But in the moment, it's painful because you don't know if the future is gonna, be positive. So I'm trying my best to be grateful for like these workouts, even though I don't have my dream physique that I want just yet. I'm trying to be grateful for the workouts, for the times I'm able to cook a meal for myself. Even when I go to work, I work at a fast food. I try my best to be grateful because it's like, I might be looking back at this years in the future and be like, I wish I was more present in that moment if I knew the future was going to work out. If you know the future is going to work out, you would live everything in the present moment because you know everything's going to be fine. But what if you have that mindset with everything that you do? Even though you may not know for sure, logically, what's going to happen in the future, what if you just are so confident enough that your future is going to work out, and that you live by that day by day by day, and you just live in the present moment, and you just work on the task in front of you? That's what I've been trying to focus on. Just like having so much confidence and belief in myself that everything's going to be fine in the future. But it's just like, it's hard to when the future's uncertain, So it's like this constant loop, okay, everything's going to be fine in the future. But do you know that for sure? You're like, fuck, no, I don't know that for sure. And then you start worrying about the future again, and then you're like, fuck, and then it's a cycle that repeats. It's like, you know that everything's gonna be fine, but you don't know how it's gonna go. So I'm trying my best to be grateful for every single thing that's happening right now, even for making these YouTube videos. Maybe I might be looking back at these years down the line and be like, I'm so glad I was consistent, even though I had no belief that everything will be perfectly fine. So I'm just trying to make decisions for him, my future self, as if he were watching me, the best version of myself, as if he were watching me. So that's what I've been working on lately. Try not to be so negative, trying to be more present, and just be like, don't be complacent, but just be present in the moment and grateful, have gratitude. There's a difference between complacent and gratitude. It's like, gratitude is thank you, God, for all these blessings that you've given me to be able to strive for more. Complacency and being content is like, I'm good with where I'm at. I don't need to strive for more. Everything I have is fine here. And I find myself sometimes even complacent at times. It's like, and I wish I had that hunger in me more. So at certain points in my life, when I had my first breakup or like my first major breakup, it was I look back at it and be like, that was a beautiful moment. That was a beautiful time. When I was going through that phase of the heartbreak and I was uncertain if I would get over this girl, and it felt like hell in the moment. But then now that I'm out of it and I look back at it, it's like, oh my goodness, I had so much motivation. And I sadly lost some of that motivation, and now I need to put myself in hard situations to get that motivation back, to get that discipline back, to get that hunger back. You know, I'm so grateful for that moment, right? That certain time period of me just literally just crying and worrying and waking up and not feeling like doing anything because I was just constantly worried about this girl. And then now it's like, after I'm out of it now, it's like I look back and I'm grateful for it, you know? And I miss it. I actually miss it. It's just in the moment I was uncertain of what would happen, you know? I was just so heartbroken. So that's just an example, right? So if anything that you're going through, just look at it as like a necessary time period to test you and your patience and your willingness, your encouragement to keep on going, you know? This food's gonna be cold if I don't eat it, honestly. So I'm gonna finish this meal. Of course, be present in the moment. You know, I used to just watch a lot of videos online while eating. But now I'm like, let's enjoy the food a little bit more. You know, maybe watch a video, but like not have it be so entertaining. You know, because I would watch something entertaining just to, you know, distract my mind while I'm eating. But this is really good, by the way. This is really good. I'm gonna go eat this. My dog's right there, by the way. I don't know if you can see her. Hey, Bella. She always sits down like that whenever she sees me eating. I'm gonna finish this. Then I'm gonna go shower. And then I had a package come in, so I'm gonna put up something in my room as I'm building these shelves out. Then I'm probably gonna do I have to leave at 12:15, so I'm gonna cook at 11:15. So I have about an hour and a half before I leave. So I've been just vlogging, and this vlogging takes such a while that everything that I do, it takes like twice as long now because I have to vlog everything. I have to get the angles and stuff and record, which is fine though. This is my job, so I'm gonna finish this. I'll see you in the next scene wherever I'm at, or probably when I'm cooking. Who knows? So see you soon. All right, so we just showered. But like that was a while ago, and I found out that we have to go cook right now. So I'm in my room. I just put that shelf up recently, and I just got these lights to put, like, let me show you real quick. Actually, there's these lights. They're pretty cool. These like little puck lights where you get to screw them on anything, or if you want to use a sticker, you could just stick it onto anything. And you know, they look pretty good. You know, I haven't stuck them onto anything. I haven't used tape or screws. They're just sitting there, just like this, putting light. So I'm like, I want to, you know, try to revamp my room a little bit, at least for the meantime, you know, because I feel like that wall's been just empty for a while. So I was just working on that. I did that myself. My mom helped me just holding the shelf, and I put the shelf on there. It's a little slanted. I mean, you can't really tell from this angle, but if you go from here, if you like stand over here and you like look at it that way, you can tell this shelf is going upwards. So anyways, we gotta go cook right now. We're gonna make some chicken, and we have the rice already made for us. So we're gonna make some chicken, have the rice, and then we're probably gonna have a shake or a yogurt bowl just for the meantime, because I have to have my calories quite high right now if I want to do this lean bulk. You know, I'm burning so many calories at work because I'm constantly moving around and I'm giving out the food, I'm handing the food, I'm thinking a lot, I'm using the menu, I'm taking orders at the menu, I'm talking to people. So it's multiple different things at once. So I'm gonna go cook right now. I'll probably take you guys right now because my mom is in there. I don't know if she's cooking. So I'm just gonna take over the stove real quick and just make my meal, and then we're gonna get straight to work. All right, so what I do is that I have some chicken. My mom is not here, by the way. She just left. But I have some chicken right here, and I usually defrost it usually the night before, and then later in the day, the next day, I cook it. Right, so it's just much more easier. So it's like prepared and ready. So we have the chicken right here. Ouch. Okay. We have the chicken right here. We have the cutting board. We have the knife. I'm just gonna take it out of the bag, and then I'm gonna get a measuring scale and put that there. Put the measuring scale. Get a plate so that I don't just touch it with bare chicken on the scale. I did not see a plate. 1 second. Okay, we got the plate. Just washed one right now, and I'm trying to use it. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. Okay, you can't really see what I'm doing, but it's fine. I'll be demonstrating this right here as I do this live. So we have the scale right here, and then we have the plate. I put the scale on here, I put the plate on top, and then I take out the chicken, and I just put that chicken on the plate. Actually, I'm gonna dry it first. It's really soggy right now because it's been defrosted. I just need to dry it with a paper towel. Let me pause this real quick. Okay, we got some paper towels, and we are drying this off before we tear off the fat. There's some fat on here. You can see right there the white parts. Just tear that off. You know, you don't want that. It's just unnecessary to have it on. Just tear it off, and then we're gonna measure it. I'm not too strict on exactly how many ounces of chicken I need, because this chicken breast is so dense in protein that even 8 ounces or 7 ounces is a lot. So this one I assume is gonna be like 9 to 10 ounces, just comparing its size to the ones I've cooked before. This is gonna be like, I'd say 10, good, nice 10 ounces, you know, high 9 ounces. Watch me be wrong right now. I'm just trying to tear this off, man. This is the difficult part, just tearing off the fat. I could cook it like this, but it's just, you know, just want to have it as clean as possible. And obviously I washed my hands before this, and it's 11:30 right now, so I have to leave the house by 12:15, 12:20-ish max. So I always schedule an hour before I leave to work to cook, so that I can make sure I have time. I put that in my calendar every single day, at least an hour before I go to work. I just schedule time to cook my chicken. Usually, actually, if I already have rice made, I only need like 30 minutes. That's it. But sometimes the rice takes a while too, so I just make sure I schedule an hour before so that when I'm done cooking, I still have time to like get my last things ready to go to work, and then I'm on my way. So, okay, we got a majority of the fat. We don't have to get all this stuff right here. It's gonna be too hard to get. So we have the chicken, and now we're gonna measure it. I assume this is gonna be like a good 9 ounces at least. 9 ounces. Let's see, 9 to 10 ounces. Let me see. Let me make sure this is not wrong. It looks like it might be 10 ounces. 10.8. Yeah, it's gonna be 10 ounces. Or it's increasing. Okay, 10.8. That's about 10.8 ounces. It says 10.97 now, but I think that's just the water, maybe. Or I need to get 10.9. Okay, it's whatever. So we have the chicken. It's measured. You can't see it because it's reversed, but if you just look at it reverse, it's 10.90 in ounces. So that's about 69, 70 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein. Chicken breast, I'm telling you, chicken breast is super dense in protein. I wouldn't rely on it only. You know, chicken breast is just really good for just the protein intake. I would also get some fruits, some eggs, some ground beef, all those other foods with nutrients in them, and not just focusing on protein, or else you're just gonna feel super dry mentally. Like, you're not gonna feel fluid. You're you're not gonna be able to think too much, like if you only eat chicken. So I'm gonna cut this up right now. Actually, I'm just gonna cut it right now. And I should probably heat up the pan before I finish cutting this. But it's all good. I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna put it in the pan, and I'll show you what it looks like. There you go. So now we have the chicken all cut up, and then we have the pan ready now. So I'm just gonna heat that up, and then we're gonna get some avocado spray. This avocado spray, I used to use the other one. I think it was called Soul cooking spray, but I don't know. It's just this one seems so much better. Like I don't know. It's avocado spray. It looks so much. And the spray is really cool too. So it's 0 calorie. That's like, I'll say like 1 calorie right there. Of course, if you spray this infinite times, you're gonna have some calories built up. So this thing kind of lies. It says 0 calorie. That's the misconception about that. People think it's 0 calorie no matter how many times you spray it, but it's like very minimal. That it might as well just equal 0. So we're gonna have the chicken breast cook up on the pan. I just pour it in there right now. Actually, just put it here. Boom. Boom. Okay. So it's gonna sizzle in a second. I'll show you the final product as I put it in my thermal so I can take it to work, and it should be done, and then I'll see you at work later on. As that's cooking, actually, we're gonna get our yogurt bowl. 1 second. I don't want to break anything with one hand. Shoot. 1 second. There we go. Okay. Got our bowl. We're gonna make some yogurt. Well, not make some yogurt. We're just gonna pour some yogurt. You can hear the chicken sizzling back there. But this is the bowl I use for my yogurt. So I'm gonna put you down here. And I don't know what video is playing back there, but 1 second. Right here. So we have some. Where is it? There it is. So I usually get 2 cups of these. These are really good for low calorie. So in total, this is like 280 or 260. No, 91. 180 to like 360 calories for 2 of these, I believe. I think it is. I don't even know what the nutrition facts are. Anyways, it says 15 grams of protein right there. It's backwards, obviously, but I put 2 of these into a bowl. So I put it in this bowl right here. Look at that. Nice and crisp. If it could focus. So I put 2 of these in a bowl. Just scoop it out. Just do this. There. So that's the first one. This is the first one right here. I have another one to put in there so I can get those macros in. Boom. Let me put it in there. All right. There. So just scooping it all out. All right. 1 second. There. Okay, so now we have the yogurt in here. Not the best looking, but it's there. Then I take a banana, just from here. And I should probably move that chicken, by the way. Hold on. I take this banana. And just put toppings in there, just rip it apart. Just like that. And I have some trash here. But then we have the banana right there. And let me go move this chicken, actually. It is sizzling like crazy.
sizzling like crazy right now. Actually, let me just hold on. Look at this right now. Oh, I can't make it wait. I tried. I mean, I did kind of a little bit, but it's usually when it all is together, I can just flip it all together and without having to like stir it. But I couldn't do it right now. But it's all good. It's gonna be really good. So back to the yogurt. Let's go to the yogurt. We'll season that in a little bit. But to the yogurt, we have the banana. Then we have some yogurt. And then I have some blueberries and raspberries I'm going to put in it today. So, some raspberry. Then I have some blueberry right here. And I'm going to, let me just wash this first. I'm going to pause it real quick. I'm going to wash it. And then I'll show you the final product of the yogurt bowl. So let me be real quick. Alright, I don't know why I didn't put you there in the first place. I mean, you could see me easily. So I just washed some blueberries. Gonna drop it in here. Wash some blueberries, and then I take some of the raspberries right here. This is the first time I put raspberries on my yogurt, actually. But these are really sweet and sour, actually. So we're gonna put some in there. They're a little bit torn apart. That's okay. There we go. Okay. And there is our yogurt bowl for today. Look at that. Look at that. That should be on Pinterest. That should be framed. Looks really good. Nice yogurt bowl. This is very low calorie, by the way. Believe it or not. Because I already know raspberries and blueberries are low calorie. The only thing is the bananas, but bananas are fine. And then we have the yogurt underneath. So I'm going to eat this. I'm going to record this real quick so I can post on the Instagram. And then I'll finish with the chicken. And I'll put the rice in the thermal. I'll put the chicken in the thermal so that I'm not late for work. But it's going to be seasoned right now with lemon pepper. We're going to do lemon pepper today. Where is it? Right here. Got some lemon pepper. And we're going to season it right there in a quick second. And I'll show you the final product before I leave. Then I'll see you at work. And then I'll see you after work. Alright, so I'm finishing up this yogurt bowl. But then now look, we have the chicken now. We have the chicken, we have the rice, and we put some parsley on top and some teriyaki sauce. Some low-calorie teriyaki sauce. The one I'm using, I think it's called a Kinder. I have to leave soon. But Kinder's teriyaki sauce. Every 1 tablespoon is 25 calories, and honestly I don't need that many more. 1 tablespoon is just fine. This is the one. So in case you want it, it's all backwards, but you know, Kinder's teriyaki sauce. Kinder's teriyaki sauce and glaze with sesame and ginger. So that's the one I use. It's really good, considering the calories it has. I think it's pretty fine. I don't need that much sauce for me. So unless you're crazy and you need all the sauce in the world, I would be careful. But we have the chicken. I think I already showed you. So the chicken and the rice. And we're about 10 minutes early before we gotta leave. So I'm gonna finish this yogurt bowl. I put some peanut butter powder. I forgot to mention that. The peanut butter protein powder. Instead of using actual peanut butter, the peanut butter powder that I use it's really good, by the way. It's really low calorie too. Right here. Peanut butter and co. protein powder. And then, yeah, peanut butter protein powder. And then we have the serving. So it's about 50 calories for 2 tablespoons. 1 gram of fat for every 12 grams, which is 2 tablespoons. That is, and 5 grams of protein per 2 tablespoons. That is a great ratio of macros right there. So we're gonna finish this up, and I'll see you at work, probably on my break or wherever I'm at. And yeah, I'll see you later. So we're currently at work right now at the BK. We just finished with just another customer right now. I just found time to record for a little bit. We just finished with the lunch rush right now. There's gonna be more people coming in soon though, just with my luck. I already know it's gonna be a lot of people coming in. It's usually me, myself, and I. You know, sometimes the manager comes out and helps out, but let me go take care of this customer real quick. Alright,
So we are on break right now, and we are just about to eat our chicken and rice that I just showed you guys earlier. I was trying to record, inside the work area, but customers just constantly coming in. So we have the chicken, we have some rice, and I have my headset right here. Oh, we did, yeah, I got a spoon. Okay. So I usually just eat this on my break, on my 10, and then on my 30, I like to either read a book, or I like to go on a walk, or what else? Go on my laptop and do some work there, whatever I have to do. Bro, it's actually hot right now. I'm sweating. But yeah, I like to go on my 10 to eat. Just my chicken and my rice, so that I can just use my 30 for something else, like I said, reading. But now, this is what I do. I just eat here and respond to some DMs if there's any. If there's any posts I do, I just post right now. Or I go on my 30 and I post. But this is a good time for me to just take a break with all this stuff and the customers, because sometimes I'm by myself in here and the manager's who knows where they are. They're just in the back or something, just talking. Or one of the managers I'm cool with. I'm cool with one of the managers. He's really cool. He does help out. Sometimes he's iffy with customer service, but for the most part, yeah, he's right there. But for the most part, he's pretty cool. The other managers, they're I don't really like them, but you just gotta work with people sometimes that you don't really like. So it's just a learning experience, sucks. I'm learning, right? I've been here for a while. Might need to switch jobs to somewhere else, maybe closer to my house. Might switch somewhere closer to my house. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this before my 10 minutes are up, because I don't want to talk the whole time. I'm just gonna finish this so I can go back to work, and I'll probably see you on my 30. I'm not 100% sure. Regardless though, you'll see me after work anyways. So I really have kind of no structure for this vlog. Just showing my daily process to maintain consistency, right? Consistency is one of the best skills to learn. So I just chose a simple system to just be consistent with my foods while having to go to work, while having to go to the gym. It's all working right now. So it's pretty mundane. It's quite boring, but it's working, right? I'm getting consistent, and that's all that matters. It doesn't have to be variety. It doesn't have to be different every single day. As long as I'm just getting my numbers in, showing up to the gym, showing up with the foods, showing up to work, and being grateful about it, that's all that matters. So I'll see you for sure after work though. After work, we're probably gonna do our nightly routine, and yeah, I'll see you. Oh wow, look at my hair. Oh wow. I'll see you after work or on my 30. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're on our 30 now. Let's see, my laptop's wet. We have banana, and we have this almond butter bar. I really like these. These were my enemy when I was cutting. These are my enemy. But now that I'm lean bulking, I'm trying to put some extra calories, but I'm not trying to put too much fat. So this is very calorie dense, very fat dense too. But I barely ate any fat today. Just the eggs and the ground beef. I think that's pretty much it. With the fats, and rice and chicken, barely any fats. So we're gonna have a banana, and then we have this, but it's water. I lost my water bottle, by the way. So I need to go buy a new one from somewhere, I don't even know, Ross or Vaughn's or somewhere. I need to go buy one. So we have this, and then we have the banana, then we got this. So we're gonna be working on some stuff on our laptop right here, just planning for tomorrow, just doing some reflecting, and then we're gonna go back home. And just a bunch of cars. Why is she staring at me, bro? But there was a car, like, I'm not gonna show you, but there was a car, the lady was just staring and driving, like, what the fuck? But I'm trying to get more comfortable with, like, talking in public and stuff on the camera. So we're gonna be working on some stuff before time runs out. I have 30 minutes, so let's get to work. So I just finished actually cleaning the restrooms. Never thought I'd show this, but I'm actually just cleaning the restrooms. This is the women's. The men's is over there on the other side, but currently I hide this under my earmuff so I can listen to something. But I just cleaned both of the restrooms, and I'm staying here till 8, I think, today. So it's gonna be a little bit late, but we're gonna get back home later. Gonna finish up my shift, and I'll go back home, do my night routine, and you know, that's how it is. That's how it is when I'm usually here. I just take over, clean the restrooms, take out the trash, as I'm like the last cashier, and then I go home and the manager stays here. So I'll see you in the next scene. Alright guys, we are out of work. My hair looks crazy right now. Every time I put a hat on for such a long time, my hair just gets out of whack. But we're gonna go to Dollar Tree. We're gonna get some batteries real quick. I need to get some batteries for the new, I think I showed you guys the puck lights that I have, that I bought recently. And then we're gonna go back home and we're gonna do our routine to go back, to go to sleep. Tomorrow I have my day off. Tomorrow I'm actually going to Knott's Scary Farm, so it's gonna be fun. I've never been to like Knott's Scary Farm, which is weird because I've lived here all my life and I've never been to Knott's Scary Farm, which is like one of the best, well, I would assume so. It was like one of the best attractions at Knott's Berry Farm. So, quite tired. If I'm being honest, quite tired. And I did 3 days in a row of working, which I know is like probably the norm for a lot of people. But I like to space out my days so that I'm not too burnt out. So I got a day off tomorrow, and then got to prepare tonight though. So my parents aren't home, and so are my brothers. They're not home right now because they're at my brother's practice. But that means we get to go home, just have some alone time for a bit, just to, you know, wind down and get ourselves ready for tomorrow. I'll see you back at the house because I'm gonna drive and I don't want to crash on the vlog. So yeah, there was a crash here actually today. There was a crash right next to where I work. It was weird. I see all the police cars. There was a crash, and which is rare. I rarely see any crashes next to where I work. So we're gonna go back home, and I'll see you guys there. As I'm probably gonna eat like a snack, maybe a snack, because you know I didn't hit my calories exactly. I'm still under, and I burned a lot of calories at work. You know, I'm always moving around and stuff, and I'm always, you know, using my brain, taking the orders, giving it out, putting it in the bag, all this stuff. So I burn a lot of calories a day, well, especially when I'm at work and then outside of work too. So I'll see you guys back home. All right, so we are back in the kitchen, and I am wanting to have something, but I don't want to have anything high calorie. And I don't want to cook right now. I just want to go to shower, I want to go to bed, I want to plan for tomorrow and just execute instead of just cooking. And I don't think it's a good time to eat a lot right before bed. So gonna get some, I bought these the other day. There's protein Cheerios, which is very interesting because everything has been just lately just protein. Everything on the cereal aisle, the granola bar aisle, everything has just been labeling this protein just to get your attention. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna see what are the macros, because I do not know what the macros are. Let's see. 1 cup, 8 grams of protein, 2.5 grams of fat. That's not bad, you know? Not the best source, but it's not bad. I would say that, you know, occasionally this is not bad. So I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna pour myself some cereal like a little kid, as if I were eating breakfast for dinner. Because I used to eat cereal a lot for for dinner when I was a kid, I would eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I would eat, okay, I can't open this with one hand. I might need to pause real quick. So I'm gonna pause real quick, 1 second. All right, so we are getting it open right now. There we go. So what really intrigued me to get this was that it was cinnamon protein Cheerios, not just protein Cheerios. It was cinnamon. And if you don't know, I have a weakness for cinnamon. Anything cinnamon, like cinnamon rolls, or like cinnamon. There's these things at Burger King actually. They're called Cinni-Minis, and I just tried one today for the first time, and they're pretty good. You know, nothing too spectacular, but it was pretty good, right? So like anything cinnamon. I put cinnamon in my coffee and my iced coffee, like the powder, just to drizzle some powder on top, or like, you know, just to top it off, and it tastes quite good. So it's actually right there. I use cinnamon to top off my coffee, and then this is also cinnamon. So I was like, I have to try it, you know, just to make sure it's good, just to make sure. Trust me. So it says 1 cup was like 37 grams. So I'm gonna just see. Oh well, don't. All right. Oh well, no. That's 43 grams. I'm like 6 grams off, but it's fine. No worries. I'm just gonna put this to the side. Then we're gonna grab our milk. We're gonna grab 1 cup of milk. Let's see. I'll put this back real quick. So we're gonna put about 1 cup of milk. So the cereal is like 150 calories. The milk is like 140. That's like 300. That's perfect, honestly, for today. To top off the day, because my aim is 2,700 calories daily. I was like at 2,480, so I'll be like less than 100 calories off, I guess. Let's see. 1 cup, which is 240 milliliters. I'm not gonna be too precise with it. It's fine. There we go. So I don't usually have anything to eat unless it's only very light at night. So we have your cereal. I'm gonna take it off the scale so that I don't wet it. So we have cereal for today. I haven't even tried these at all. So let's see how they are. They look pretty good. Cinnamon Cheerios. You can't go wrong, especially when they're protein. You just can't go wrong. This is dangerous. This is super dangerous. They're really good. They're good. Yeah. So this is gonna be like an occasional treat, of course, before it expires. But these are quite good, and they're kind of light for tonight. You know, not too heavy on the stomach. So I'm gonna finish these, you know, and then I'll see you guys when I go to my desk and I plan for tomorrow, because that's what 90% of the work is. It's just planning ahead and just making sure that you can just wake up the next day and you know what to do exactly. I used to always overthink what to do. Like, oh, what would get me closer to my goals? What would get me closer? What should I do? Trying to optimize everything too much in the moment when I should be planning ahead and optimizing ahead of time. So I can just wake up and just boom, boom, boom. Because once I know what to do, it's like, okay, I'll get to work, you know? So, gonna finish the cereal and gonna go shower and change because I am quite tired and sweaty, I believe. I hope I'm not too sweaty or stinky. And I'll show you guys what my planning looks like for tonight. All right, you made it to the end. And yes, I know it's a little weird to see me with glasses. I used to wear glasses my whole life, and I recently just got contacts, I would say a year ago, exactly, actually. This month, last year, in October of 2024, I got contacts. And it felt weird at first because I always wore glasses my whole life, you know? And I was trying to get used to my contacts. It felt weird, and now I use them full time. But then at night when I shower, I take them off, right? So, or usually now I shower with my contacts on. I just close my eyes. I mean, they say don't shower with them on, but I just close my eyes, and I take them off after I shower. So, we are now at the very end of the day, and let me show you my supplements that I take right now, as of currently. So we have magnesium, and magnesium is mainly for sleep, right? And I should probably head to sleep soon, but I want to show you guys my planning routine first. Magnesium, I take it about, you should take it like an hour before, but I take it like 30 minutes before because I just procrastinate on that. Because I'm like constantly on my desk thinking of what to do the next day that I'm like, oh shoot, I need to take my pill. So it sounds weird when I said that. I need to go take my pill. I feel old. Anyways, so we have the magnesium, right? And then we have glycine. So this is something, these two things are just things I've recently started taking. I would say like 2 months, or like just coming around 2 months. Let me fix myself. We're just getting around 2 months. So this is glycine, and it's just a powder. It's like a sweet powder, you know, just sweet powder that is helping my muscle recovery. Especially since I'm training hard, I need to recover. So that's why I try to get my sleep, and magnesium helps me with that, you know, to fall asleep. Magnesium is not really necessary for sleep quality. It's just helpful to fall asleep. Like sleep, the amount of hours you sleep and sleep quality are two different things. Like you would notice that even sometimes if you sleep so long, you feel bad, right? So this is just to help you fall asleep. I hope I'm not wrong about that, but and then this is helpful for muscle recovery, which is great at night. So that's just when I usually take it, because that's when your muscles are literally recovering, like at night, right? So those are the two supplements I take right now. And then in the morning I take creatine and vitamin D, right? Vitamin D is great for, like, you can get that out of the sun, but sometimes, like today, I was working, and I had the gym, so I really wasn't outside today. So vitamin D is a great supplement for that, and that's what I take every day, or I try to take every day if I don't forget. And creatine, I have creatine right here, just right by my bed or my desk. So that's just right there, easily accessible. I put a scoop in there myself, like a measuring spoon myself, so that I constantly don't have to go get one. I just leave it in there. So it's about 4 to 5 grams I take a day. So I'm gonna leave that there. And then when I go to sleep, I have this face mask. You know, this falls off at night. So I mean, it's kind of helpful when you fall asleep, but to keep it on during the whole night, it falls off sometimes, or most of the time. And that's that. And then I have I don't really use these as much. I thought I would. These are blue light blockers, blue light glasses. You could just search it up. I'm not gonna open it. You could just search up let me just open it for now. It's fine. Just these things. They're blue light glasses. Because of the blue light that comes from the screens, right? That's what really it helps with. But if I don't have my contacts on, then I mean I can't see anyway. So these are preferable when I wear my contacts, and you know, I can just put these on over it, so that way I can see it, because these are not prescription. So that's that. And now let me show you what I'm doing with my planning before I go to bed. I'm not 100% done yet, but I just want to show you guys real quick with my laptop, what's on my laptop right now. So let me just, I can't even close this thing. I'll close it later, it's fine. So right now, let me show you guys real quick something. I'm on my laptop right now. I'm in my room, obviously, as you can see. And I'm creating, well, I already have a template, but I'm creating tomorrow's
plan, right? So let me show you real quick. So this is a platform called Notion. So Notion I just use as a platform to take notes or to keep my routine in check. So I have my morning routine, then I have my habit checklist. These are things that are not necessarily like at a certain time of the day. And then I have my tasks right here. So I have my content checkbox, and then I have the content under that of what I might post the next day. And then the stories. This is not really too strict. I just like to have a story sequence just to have planned, like just as a guidance, right? So I do my wake up, and I have a poll that people tend to like select on right here. Then I have my workout story, and these are generally things that I really want to share with you guys. So it's not like I'm being forced to do this. I actually genuinely want to share with you guys. So I'm gonna do a workout, and then the next pillar is my post-workout meal, and then something else might be like a reading story, showing what I'm reading or when I'm reading. And then another one might be like, tomorrow I'm going to Knott's Scary Farm. So let's just like put this for fun. Knott's Scary Farm there. So these are my story pillars. And then, so if I have my content, my stories done, I get my workout, which my workout is right here. Sometimes it switches, so I just like have it in my habit checklist. I gotta keep it in check. And I will list some other stuff right here, but I'm just not thinking of anything off the top of my head. My morning routine right here, I have my push-ups, weight scale, the hydrate, and the creatine, and then my journal plus declarations. That changes not too frequently. You know, I might change it soon just because I've been just playing around with what type of morning routine works best for me. Then we have here supplements, 545. The 545 is what I call is the method I'm using right now, like 5 goals. I'm not going to show you my goals because they're just kind of personal to me. 5 goals, 4 step morning routine, and then my 5 tasks, which I will put right here. It's a method that I just got from someone who I really look up to. And we have the minoxidil. So I like to put minoxidil on my face just to like grow my facial hair because it is very patchy, right? So I like to put it on my cheekbones so that I can just fill it out because it looks weird if it doesn't look filled out. I'm in the Discord, so I do an accountability check-in with a group of people who are also posting content, and I like to keep myself accountable in there, and I just post whatever I did that day, what could have been improved. And then this is the same thing as the Discord. And then the Google Calendar, I'm doing that right now. And the 545, that's what I'm doing right here. My supplements, that's the magnesium and the glycine. And then I defrost any beef, chicken, or salmon that I need to defrost so that the next day it is ready to go. So this is just a quick look into what my planning looks like. So you don't have to copy this word by word, but let me just reverse the camera real quick. I just forgot that I want to show you guys the calendar too. So this is the calendar right here. So this is all my stuff, like my daily planning. This big orange one, this is tomorrow. Like this pillar right here, this is tomorrow. This big orange one's Knott's Scary Farm because I just want to go with a friend and my brother. And then we have everything else that we got during the day. The workouts right here. We got the ground beef and the sweet potato. Shower. We got to edit a vlog. We got to edit this vlog actually. And then got to do some reading. And then I got to reorganize my content folders in my photo albums. And then I have a steak ready for me to take out and to eat for tomorrow because my mom bought a steak. I was like, oh, appreciate that. It's like a nice occasional thing she does is that she buys a steak and then we just cook it like as a nice delicacy. I don't even know if that's the right word. Just occasionally because steaks are expensive and I am not trying to pay for that too. But I mean, it's a nice gift from her every once in a while. She just does it randomly. Like she just like comes home with a steak. I'm like, oh shoot, appreciate that, you know? It's a nice gesture. But I tell her, hey, if you can't afford it, don't worry. So it's not a big deal. But that's essentially my planning for today. So planning for tomorrow, that's technically. So I'll see you tomorrow. I'm posting every single day on my Instagram stories. So you will see this all in action.
And by the time this is uploaded, I'll probably have lived through tomorrow already, because I'll probably upload this on during the weekend. So, you know, doing what I can to minimize overthinking and just get straight to action by just planning ahead, so that I can just wake up and just boom, just get straight into the work. So hopefully that was the vlog for today. This thing turned off. That was the vlog for today, and I hope you enjoyed. If you made it to the end, hopefully you got something out of it. You know, maybe you're gonna imply something that you learned from this video, or maybe you're just here to vibe with me. So while I go to work and work out and stuff like that. I don't know how long this is gonna be, this vlog. I'm assuming it's gonna be like 45 minutes ish to an hour max. I'm not sure yet. But if you watched it till the end, I understand it was a long vlog. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and peace out.